What's going on, everybody? We are back with some My Hero Academia today on the channel. We've got My Hero Academia Season 4, Episode 79, Win Those Kids' Hearts. So, we'll talk a little bit about where we last left off. It has been a hot minute since I have recorded. It's probably been, I don't know, probably at least been like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks since I've last recorded. I kind of talked about it, I think, in my last recordings that this time of the year is usually the hardest for me to do the recordings. So, there's a good chance that I might actually skip a couple episodes on YouTube just so that the Patreon members get to be a couple extra weeks ahead of YouTube. So I might only release one My Hero Academia the week that you're watching this one, just because of, like I said, I'm going to use that time to get myself caught up over on Patreon, just because, like I said, over on Patreon, we're ahead over there, and where I have not actually been able to record for a hot minute, just due to Fourth of July plans. A lot of personal stuff comes up and whatnot. So, anyways, I want to get the Patreon members all caught up and ahead first, and then we will start posting back to our regular schedule on YouTube. So, but like I said, I'll probably just do maybe one episode of My Hero Academia this week on YouTube that you're watching this. So if you are watching this, this will be the only episode that probably releases this week. And then I don't know that I'll do any Bleach this week, just because, like I said, I want to get the Patreon members ahead first. So, with that being said, if you want to join us over on Patreon, guys, it is free to join. The link is down in the description below. Join us over there, guys, and you will have early access to this. So even though on YouTube you're only getting this episode this week, you can join over on Patreon, and we'll be still 2-3 episodes ahead on My Hero Academia over on Patreon, possibly even 4 episodes ahead over on My Hero Academia over there, and at least 2 episodes ahead on Bleach. So join us over there on Patreon, guys, because, like I said, benefits. You get all this stuff sooner, and you get to see it all before everybody does over here on YouTube. And because you get it all unedited, so there's no filter over the top, there's no cuts in and out of the scenes, all that kind of stuff. It's all just you, me, we're watching some My Hero Academia. Doesn't get any better than that. So, anyways, hopefully I don't look and sound tired, guys. I literally just woke up, and it is 6:30 in the morning here, but I purposely got up this early so that I could get in and I could get my recordings done and try to get myself all caught up. But anyways, I'm turned into a chatterbox, but I wanted to keep everybody up to date and kind of just what's going on and whatnot. So um, let's talk a little bit more now about last episode. And we'll make this one a quick one just so we can get into the episode. So last episode, obviously, we kind of we started diving into the whole exam part where we get to see a lot more of Todoroki and Bakugo, because they kind of missed from they were not in, which in my opinion was the best arc we've gone through in the entire series so far, which is with Overhaul, Lemillion, all those. That was my favorite arc of all time. Absolutely the best arc we have seen. So, but yeah, those two are not in it because they were doing their classes and like studying so that they can pass this whole licensing exam again, because they get like the whole revision version of that, so that they get another opportunity to pass that exam. So they've been focused on that, and I think that's what we're diving into next. That's the next step to this, is that we're actually going to be seeing them hopefully pass that exam, so that they can be a part of the next arcs. You know what I'm saying? So they can use their abilities and their quirks out in public, legally. So, anyways, that is kind of where we left off, guys. Last thing I will cover is, if you're watching on YouTube, guys, hit that subscribe button, like the channel, guys. Anything you do helps the channel grow. I would appreciate it. It would mean the world to me if you guys help us with that. Like I said, it's free and it's super easy. You just hit the subscribe button, boom, just like that. And you know what? Even if you don't even like aren't huge into anime, or you're not huge into reactions, or whatever the case may be, hit that subscribe button. I don't even care if you have notification bells on, man. Like, whatever you can do that will assist the channel to grow, I appreciate that, and I appreciate y'all, man. Let's get into this episode, man. Like I said, the episode's called Win Those Kids' Hearts. Let's get it, baby.
Hey, Todoroki! What kind of food do you like?
Soba, cold.
Man, I like my noodles piping hot! And I prefer udon.
We're very different.
No way! I feel like we've gotten closer.
I've told you this before. You don't have to try to force us to be friends.
That guy's ridiculous.
Today will be fun.
I forgot this guy.
That doesn't sound good.
His monotone
Oh,
voice. Just,
one more thing
"Today's
before
gonna
we
be
begin.
fun."
Up until now, we've had 10 people in this remedial training class. But starting today, we'll have 11.
Let's snag some seats up front. Get a
Oh
better
my
view.
gosh, I
Maybe
also
it'd be
forgot
smarter
Endeavor
if we stayed in the back. I don't want to
confronted
distract them.
All Might, where he like met up with him.
Shoto! You never should have failed the initial exam in the first place. Show these weaklings that you're in a completely different league.
What? No way.
It's Endeavor, the #2 hero. Or wait, he's the #1 hero now.
Seriously? That's kind of random.
Why is he here?
I forgot he hated it.
Move it. You're in my way. Look who's standing next to him. Are you guys seeing this?
Whoa! All Might!
So much for keeping a low profile.
They came to watch us?
So cool! This is nuts!
Well, he is a
Bakugo
teacher
and
at
Todoroki,
UA
like,
right now.
we see these guys every day.
Yeah, if everyone could just calm down. I wasn't finished. This girl will be joining us from now on.
Hey, second year at Shiketsu. The name is Kami. Hi, everyone.
Right.
Amy.
So like the
Is
rest
she-
of
I think
you,
she's
she
the
made
one
it to
that,
the second
what's her name,
exam.
like,
and she
turned
did well
into
enough to take this supplemental
during the,
class. But some foggy
exams.
memories leading up to the first test made it difficult to place her.
But the reports from the Yakuza raid are what really
Yeah,
put
okay,
things
she
into
was the one.
perspective. I can't believe someone impersonated her.
The League of Villains.
What's her name's?
To think I didn't
Togura?
notice my classmate was
Why
replaced.
can't I not remember her name?
I am nothing but a pathetic fool.
Well, it's not like the heroes or police realized what was going on either. We need a new symbol of peace before things get even more dangerous.
Yeah,
Right
we've kind of
then.
already had this discussion
Let's
about
bring in your
Endeavor being that
instructor.
symbol of peace.
Gang Orca.
So, I've got even more disappointments today. What shame you must feel to be standing before me. Given how easy the exam was, there's something I've realized while observing your training thus far. There's nothing heroic about any of you. You're bottom feeders. Nothing but rotten fish turds.
Sir, yes, sir.
I can't hear you.
Sir, yes, sir.
Dang, is he scary?
Especially you. Do you even want to be a hero?
Well, first of all, I'm not a fish turd.
Wrong!
Not a fish
How
turd.
can a pile of excrement help humanity prosper?
Technically, fertilizer is integral.
Wrong! Do you expect to be praised just because you have powerful attacks?
Sir, yes, sir!
Wrong!
So, yeah, pretty much.
Today, we will put you through a special trial. It's time you start training a new muscle, the one that beats in your chest. If you hold out a
Your
hand
heart?
to someone in trouble, will they take it? Not as you are now. It's fine to have fangs, but when a life is on the line, you must have trust. You need a special connection with the person you're trying to rescue. Remember that as you train today. Now, meet your opponent.
Dude, this,
Through this life
OST in
or
the
death
background
battle,
kinda reminds me
show
of
that you can
Naruto
come
with
to
the
an
whole
understanding with them. That's the hurdle you face.
Kids. Now the title of the episode makes sense. Win those kids' hearts.
Hey, look! This mean guy made Takuto cry! Who do you think you are, bomb man?
Suck it up, brat!
Oh, so you're one of those. A grown-up who thinks they can get their way by yelling, by not letting anyone else
grown-up.
get a word in edgewise. Well, we're not impressed by that.
Who the hell's this punk?
Hey, what's this stupid thing? Tell me, what is it? A wiener?
Excuse
A
me.
wiener?
Wiener! It's a wiener!
What?
I assure
Bro.
you that it's not.
These
This
kids
is a
are
first aid
wild.
treatment for when help doesn't arrive in time.
Don't try to hide it! You're the five-wiener hero! That's your name, huh?
Five-wiener hero? Bro, what are these kids, bro? How old are they?
You are, loser!
Won't turn into him.
We didn't get a chance to see you in action at the exam. Also, to be honest, you seem like you wouldn't be very good at this.
Hey, whoa, that's so unfair.
That's
There,
Oh,
you see?
okay.
I get along super with kids. Ollie! It
girl is trying to seduce Sho. I think the best thing to do is ignore her.
I didn't know haters came this young.
Haters came this young?
I'm sorry for being such a burden. My class is full of problem children. No matter what I do, they refuse to listen. And they're already exasperating your young heroes.
The four of you will accomplish this together.
I feel like
you must
his
win the
tie
hearts of these unruly
reminds me of a
youngsters.
tongue that just
What do we
hangs
look
out of
like,
his mouth.
nannies?
Settle down. The rest of you will have a lecture after your practical exercises. Do you understand?
Sir! Yes, sir!
Why's Mike
That's
like
it! The
twitching?
MC and me can't take it anymore! Where's the mood music? And would it kill them to have some kind of color commentary?
Mike, this is a class. I'm not sure we're really supposed
I
to.
don't care! Someone's got to inject some soul into this complete buzzkill, almighty!
Almighty.
Yeah, let's get this party started! Oh yeah! The smackdown between the future heroes and the Rugrats!
Okay, my little homegirls, let's have fun.
Ladies, let's go.
My
We're
little
gonna forget this
homegirls.
bluesy. Yeah, let's get out of here.
I appreciate you giving me time to process. So, you wanted to talk?
Let's see what Endeavor's got to say,
To
bro.
be honest with you, I'm not sure what there is to say between us.
Just listen. The number of crimes committed in the past month went up 3% in comparison to the last few years. Of course, I resolved more incidents than anyone else, besting my own personal records. And yet, I can feel it. Some unseen thing that you built up in your prime is beginning to crumble. What does it mean to be a symbol? That's what I want to know. All Might.
I'll give him a lot of credit, dude, because he seems like he has way too much pride to ask that kind of a question. So the fact that he's asking that means he's either desperate or he genuinely wants to be a better hero.
Did they really swipe your gauntlets that easily? How?
I took them off because it's too dangerous to keep the things on!
I mean, winning your hearts is like super vague, you know? What are we even supposed to be doing here? This is way weird.
This is way weird.
Deep fish turds!
Dude, she has such a freaking, like, younger generation talk.
Try not to go overboard.
I sound old
This
as
is
shit
still a
saying
training
that.
course.
Roger that, yo.
There's no time for us to bicker with each other.
Cue the
have to
theme
save
music.
In other words, all we have to do is make friends. No problem.
Make friends.
Let's get this babysitting
Yeah, I mean, essentially,
over
yeah.
and done with. I'm ready to go back to some actual training. Maybe try not to make that angry face Bakugo. Now, how will UA's walking explosion handle this?
The stupid teacher didn't fulfill her role as a leader, so the brats ended up taking over the class. This isn't something that just happens. If they're not listening to her, then somebody else must be in charge here. There's definitely some kind of boss kid these little monsters are following. We just gotta figure out who it is.
I think we know it's the freaking blonde kid with
Beat him
the...
up and hang him from a post
the
to make an
part in his
example
hair.
out of the punk. Then we make the kids throw rocks at him. It'll be the most effective way to make them realize what an insignificant pest their leader is.
Bakugo, what the hell?
to be nice. Whichever one of you is the strongest, step up. Come fight me.
Dial it back,
Come
son.
fight.
Such an outdated and violent way of solving problems.
There he is.
You're showing your true colors.
Burned by an ankle biter.
Enough
Burned
already.
by an
Just
ankle
bring it.
biter.
Sir, please forgive me if this comes across as ungrateful, but are the kids gonna be okay?
Just sit back and watch the show.
Delinquents aren't in fashion, you know.
The hell they're not.
Getting to know each of the kids is the fastest way to becoming friends. Who wants to be a hero? Shiketsu takes the stage.
I do!
They're cool.
Yeah, I want to be super strong, me!
Playing with children might be something Inasa excels at.
It's the job of a hero to make sure everyone smiles. Think if you cause your teacher trouble, you're likely to become good heroes?
I guess not.
Right. So then,
But wait, that means since you gave the teachers and the commission guys more work by
Oh.
making them do this class, you can't become one either.
Bro just got called out.
Is that right?
Damn.
I'm in no position to act so high and mighty. Please forgive me.
Why don't you show us what you have in mind? I'm sure this is gonna be good.
Right.
Look at him. I've entrusted everything to Shoto. You know, I'd already climbed to the #2 spot by the time I was 20. And because I'd carved my own path, I understood. There was no way I was ever going to reach the top. If I'd only wanted the title of #1, I could have acted friendly towards everyone like you did. But no, I actually wanted to be #1.
Talkative today, aren't we?
Just answer me!
I'm pausing for just a quick second because I want to cover that. I love like the visual that they gave us, because he literally was saying like, you know, I had to carve my way, I had to climb my way to the top, and then he's actually literally climbing a mountain. But the other thing I really like about this open honesty that we're getting from Endeavor is, I feel like, one, it's good for his character development, because I feel like now this kind of opens up for people to see a different side of Endeavor, if that makes sense. Like, you get to kind of understand maybe what his what's the word I'm looking for? His motivations were, you know, why he is the way he is, because he keyed us in on a really good thing right there, where he said, hey, like, I could have been nice to people. I could have been this hero that just was smiling like All Might, and, you know, putting on a facade. Is that the right word? I don't even know if that's a word, but I feel like it is. But he's like, I could have, you know, been that guy and, you know, been #1, quote unquote. But he's basically saying, like, he's conceding to him that, like, hey, but that's just not who I was. And like, it would not have made me truly #1, because he was not the symbol. He would not have been the symbol. You get what I'm saying? Like, sure, he would have been almost everything All Might was. He would have been this amazing hero that's big and strong and smiling and all that kind of stuff. But he would not have truly represented the symbol that All Might had become. And that this is us kind of getting in that window to see that inside of him. And like I said, I just think that's really awesome for his character, for a lot of us as viewers to see that in him, especially because as of lately, all we've seen is kind of like a, no offense, but a not great dad and not a very nice hero and all that kind of stuff. So,
What is the symbol of peace, huh? That's tough. I'm not certain how to explain it to you. I thought that this country needed a hero who could inspire them. So I ran toward that goal at full speed. I wanted to be a light that was a beacon of hope, as well as a warning. I swore that that's what I would become, and I never looked back. When you walked through the streets back then, everyone was on edge. No matter how many heroes there were, the crime rate never went down. Even more so than now, everyone was afraid.
I'm here because I want to do something to help you! Please, All Might!
I ignored the kindness of the people around me, and abandoned those dear to me to walk this path. Maybe that was a mistake.
Your former sidekick. Yes, a tragedy.
Listen, Endeavor. I understand the situation you've been placed in, and what's being said about you. There are many who can't help but dwell on our differences.
It's not that I don't like Endeavor, I just can't help but compare him to All Might. And you know, that's kind of a lot for any hero to live up to, right?
All Might! They came to watch us?
So cool! Whoa, is that Endeavor?
Seriously? That's kind of random.
But you and I are not the same person. It was my decision to become a symbol, but you don't have to do that. Instead, take your time and think about the kind of hero you want to be.
Next up, Shoto Todoroki, exerting both fiery passion and chilling calmness.
all right, I'm gonna pause one more time just because I want to cover a little bit more on like what All Might said on that whole thing. But I think a part of what he's saying is that like it's what you hear about greatness, right? You think about Michael Jordan, you think about Kobe Bryant, you think about Tom Brady, you think about all these great athletes, right? And I'm only using athletes because obviously I'm an athlete myself. That's how I grew up: football, basketball, like sports. So that's that's what I'm going to use as reference. But anyways, I'm saying that like they say that greatness is a very lonely path because it requires sacrifice, right? You sacrifice personal, personal relationships, right? You sacrifice family time. You sacrifice all this stuff to be great at what you do. And so that's why, like, if you've ever seen The Last Dance, which is the Michael Jordan documentary, they cover in that. There's a specific episode in there. I don't remember what it is. I feel like it's episode 6 or 7, one of those two. But they cover in that episode about how Michael Jordan was like, yeah, he was viewed as this god among people. Like, people just absolutely admired him. But they also said, like, the guy couldn't leave the hotel without being just absolutely bombarded by paparazzi. The guy couldn't go anywhere without people just crowding around him and stuff like that. So that's what they kind of said, like, being this great is absolutely difficult. Like, I think in everyone's mind, it's like, oh, I'd love to be Michael Jordan. He's this billionaire. He makes all this money, this and that. And it's like, but when you view it from his perspective, it's like, it's a great sacrifice, man. Like, you have to give up so much, man. And then you have to question every relationship you have after you become this greatness, because now it's like, are they truly my friend? Are they truly my, girlfriend or wife or whatever, and whatnot? And you have to question all that stuff. Like, or is it just the fame and the money and so on like that? But like I said, the people who were in your life before, you have to sacrifice the time with those people so that you can continue to be great at your craft. And I think that's kind of what All Might was saying, is that he kind of took a similar path. Like he pushed aside all these personal relationships so that he could be great. And I think that he's saying that, like, that all came at a cost, But I will say one thing too, though, is like, you can obviously tell the difference, because All Might's ultimate goal was not to be the number one hero. He wasn't chasing statistics. He wasn't chasing a title, His ultimate goal is he actually wanted to represent hope. He wanted to bring a light. He wanted to be a beacon, as he said, to all these other heroes and to all the kids growing up and to, all that stuff. And that was his ultimate goals. He just wanted to open the door. He wanted to show everybody that there is a way, and it is possible to make things better, to make the world better, drop the crime rates, right? And that was the statistic he was chasing, was, how do I open the door for the next generation? How do I shine a light down and allow people to see that this is possible? And I think because he had such a more focused goal that wasn't based off statistics, that's why he was as great as he was, because he wasn't doing it for himself. He was doing it for everybody else. And yeah, there was a piece of him that did it for himself. But like I said, I think that you can see the difference between the two characters. Endeavors was chasing the statistics. He was chasing the title in a way. And All Might was never really about the title. He didn't really care about being the number one hero, right? Like, obviously, yes, that gave him the ability to be as popular as he was, to inspire the hope. So that came with part of that. But that was never the ultimate goal, was not to just be number one hero, right? It was always to go far beyond that.
Shoto!
Now how will he win over these youngsters? Let's watch and see.
All right, let's see.
I know, right? A hot guy who likes kids, dreamy.
We don't want to be the same kind of ditz as her, so let's ignore him. Right.
Burn.
Stupid 5 weenies here is boring. Let's go punch the
5
gorilla
weenies,
instead.
bro. That's so
That'd be
crazy.
you, Baldy.
I told you, I'm not bald.
What kind of person am I? I need them to know that first, or nothing I say will reach them. I must embrace my past. My name is not 5 Weenies. I am Shoto from UA, and I want to be a hero. My father, Endeavor, is currently the #1 hero, but to be frank, I've always hated him and want to forge my own path in the world of
What is
pros.
this? A character
My childhood
introduction
was less
page?
than
Come
loving,
on!
you see, so I felt
So boring.
Turtle, fail!
sorry.
That was a nice try, Todoroki!
That was a nice
Guess
try.
we have no choice.
Hey, you 3 have been yelling and running after them this whole time, but I don't know. Wouldn't it be faster if we, just showed them how cool all our quirks are?
I was just about to suggest that!
They're planning something. No matter what they try, it won't work. Because we know the truth. Our mommies and daddies, and everyone on TV, they're all wondering if the age of heroes is over.
Careful! Don't hurt them!
You guys aren't fooling anybody! We're better than you and we'll take you down to prove it!
Oh? Then bring it on! Let's have a proper fight!
In the end,
There's no way they're
all you
literally about to
Neanderthals
fight these
can do is
elementary
resort
kids.
to useless violence.
Abandoning discourse will result in failure.
Hold on! I don't think you all know how dangerous this is! Those children are strong and believe wholeheartedly that their quirks surpass those of the heroes. They won't hold back against your trainees.
Oh, that's the end? I'm pretty sure there's not a post-credit scene because usually there's a lot more than 2 minutes left if that's the case. But dude, are we really about to fight some elementary kids? I mean, I'm down for the cause. Like this is wild, bro. I mean, I don't know, dude. Like this, the whole kids thing. I mean, we'll see how that plays out. I think for me, like the most interesting part of this episode, to me, like I said, is it's the Endeavor and the All Might conversation. Like I love that conversation because like it really opened up an ability for me to see more about his character, Endeavor's character. And even though we didn't get much because I don't know, I thought that the conversation would be deeper, or not necessarily deeper because it was still deep, but I thought there'd be more to that conversation. But it still like opened up so much that we learned about Endeavor, which I think is a good thing because I think that the impression that we've gotten from Endeavor so far in the entirety of My Hero is that he's definitely not the number one hero. He's actually really a lot like Bakugo, which is kind of funny that Todoroki's his son, but he really is a lot like Bakugo, where Bakugo kind of just results in violence and threats to get to what he wants, and Endeavor's a lot like that. Like, it's like if you don't listen to him or whatever, he's just always like, he'll force you to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because he has that physical strength and all that kind of stuff. And that's kind of what Bakugo does, is Bakugo relies a ton on his quirk, but he doesn't really have like what All Might does, where All Might has like the heart and the charisma and all that kind of stuff. So I feel like this was a good opportunity for us to see into that side of Endeavor a little bit. So, but anyways, guys, we will catch you guys in the next episode. Next episode, relief for licensed trainees. So obviously we're probably just continuing on with this whole grade school training course with all of our heroes. So we'll see how that whole thing plays out, and we will catch you guys in the next episode, guys. Deuces.